I'm laughing. Okay, guys, so what we're going to do is we're going to be doing a live interview with one of our newest members, Cara Jones. There, that's Cara. So Cara, why I've picked Cara, or why I want to interview Cara, is because she's got herself in great shape, but the biggest reason why I've asked her is because she's got in great shape and she's a parent. And one of the biggest reasons why most people say that they can't train, they can't stick to things, and they can't find the time is because they have kids. So we've got a list of questions to ask Cara. Cara briefly knows what I'm going to ask her, but she hasn't had time to prepare, so we'll just go off the cuff. And she's turned the telly off. Right, okay, so Cara, so what results have you had in your life since you've started focusing on training, and how long have you been training for?
I have been training since I had my son, who is nearly 8. So I put on a lot of weight when I was pregnant with him. I put on about 4 stone.
Why?
I didn't train before I had him. I've never trained before I had him.
Okay.
So I was just, yeah.
So why did you put on 4 stone? It's quite a lot.
Just because I ate for like 3, as you think you can do when you're pregnant.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so afterwards I thought, right, now it's my time to sort my shit out. So I started going to the gym and to some classes, and it probably took me about 2 years. I lost about, I'm trying to think back now, I think I lost about 3 stone, something like that.
So basically, you in the period
it took me over like 2 years to do.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I did 6 or anything.
So basically, you put on basically 4 stone in round about 9 months.
Yeah.
And it took you over 2 years to reverse that effect.
Yep.
Now, that is one of the problems in so many, obviously, females put on weight during pregnancy just because so many people around them are telling them that it's okay to eat this, it's okay to do that, it's okay to stop training, when in theory you don't really need to stop training, and the actual amounts you're allowed to eat extra are virtually very minimal.
Very little.
Not like 24 packs of Kit Kats and stuff like that.
I never sort of ate the right stuff either anyway. I've never sort of, I wasn't really that healthy at the time anyway, so I didn't really eat the right stuff either, so it was all a combination of everything really.
But everyone around you will tell you that it was okay.
Exactly, everyone at the time said you look alright.
And you look great, yeah, that's the other one.
No one's going to tell you you look fat and shit, are they?
Yeah, well, if you'd have come to me, I would have told you.
Well, you would.
So, what results have you had in your life? So you lost. So
So I lost that weight then, and then I got more into the gym and stuff, and I got quite fit and healthy.
Yeah, but what made you go to the gym?
Just because I was sick of feeling fat and horrible.
Okay.
I just wanted to be a bit more active, and then you look back at photos and you're like, oh my god, it looked horrendous.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then my little girl's nearly 3 now, so when I got pregnant with her, I carried on training through my pregnancy with her.
Up to, how long did you train up to before you had your...
I was about, I think I was actually doing something till I was about 8 months pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was determined not to put on so much weight, and I thought it'd be easier to lose the weight afterwards as well.
Yeah.
If I kept active through it, so that really helped.
And was it?
Yeah, I did some postnatal PT afterwards, after I got pregnant, after I'd had it.
Yeah.
And it took me about 6 months, and I think I lost 2.5, 3 stone, something like that. 2.5 stone, I think it was.
So that's mad, the fact that you...
Crazy.
Yeah, but because you were training before you had the baby, training right up close to it, so when you train, you eat better, we all know that. And then obviously the after effects were nowhere near as bad.
No, and you think I learned from first time round.
Yeah.
How much I could eat as well.
It's funny how we always have to learn the hard way.
You do, definitely. Yeah, so, yeah.
So what do you think? So, what do you think since you've started training it, like, and taking it seriously? What, like, so we were talking about the physical side of things. So you've lost 4 stone and stuff like that, which is great. But what impact did, like, gaining that amount of weight have on your, like, mental side of things?
It just makes you feel miserable. It's horrible. Like, you can't get into the clothes that you've got, and you feel really self-conscious of what you look like. And
but even though people are telling you constantly that you look okay.
Oh yeah, people do, don't they? You know,
yeah.
Especially people close to you. They're never gonna. Well, my nana probably would. My nana told me if I look fat, but apart from her, you know, nobody else is gonna turn around and say you look crap.
Yeah.
Especially when you just had a baby and that as well.
They're not gonna say, Cara, you're a fat bitch. Stop eating.
I should have come to you, shouldn't I?
Yeah. So the mental side of things. So, is there any other things that you felt like when you drop?
Like when you go you know, kids want to go swimming and stuff like that. You feel really self-conscious about putting a swimming costume on.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I did get quite down about it at one point, because I just felt like there was no sort of fix to it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And there's not much help out there for, like, I don't feel there's much help out there for people, like, for pregnancy and exercise. Certainly.
No, definitely not.
They're just told to sort of get on with it and.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, actually, they're just told to stop doing everything.
You can't though. You can't. That's the worst thing you can do.
Yeah. So how hard is it to So being a parent, how many kids have you got?
2.
2. So.
Yeah, I'm nearly 8, and obviously little girl's nearly 3.
Yeah. So how hard is it? Because, like I said, one of the biggest excuses and justifications and reasons is a lot of parents tend to prioritise their kids and what their kids need to do, and then they completely forget about themselves. And a lot, especially mums, are guilty of that. So how hard is it to factor in training and time for you as a parent?
For me,
yeah.
I've got my own little routine. So obviously the kids that do come first, but I've come to the way of thinking that I have to have my time as well.
Yeah.
So I always make sure I fit in, unless the kids are like really ill or something, which obviously you can't help. I always make sure I get in my time, because that's the only time I get to myself. I work. Apart from working, I'm obviously a full-time mum as well. So I have to have that time to myself, otherwise I'd go crazy. Yeah.
The thing is that, like, obviously exercise gives you, like, a ridiculous amount of benefits, but if you're not right, if your energy levels aren't right, your stress levels aren't down, and you're not feeling good, that has a massive effect on everything around you. So say for example, you've been in work and you've had it, and people have shit times in work, and then, like, you haven't exercised to sort of make you feel good, then a lot of people then sort of take that mood home, and then the kids notice it, like your family notice it, partner notices it, all that type of thing.
Yeah, I get proper cranky sometimes.
Yeah. So why do you think it's important, as a parent, why do you think it's important to train?
Well, for me, it's important because obviously the main, like I said, it's my time. I want to get more energy. I want to feel confident in myself. I want to be able to go and do stuff with the kids. You know, Reese loves football, so I want to be able to run around and play football with him. Millie's constantly on the go, so I need to keep up with her. It makes you feel so much more full of energy, and know you can go out and do stuff with them, and not be limited to what you can do, really.
Yeah. So obviously, being a parent and stuff like that, diet is a massive thing, and you are obviously making meals for 4 people. Now, obviously, like when
well, there's usually 4 meals going on in the house as well.
Yeah. So when I was younger, a long time ago. I'm not quite as old as you, am I?
Probably not.
No. So like we just had like one dish, and if you eat it, you eat it. If you don't, you go hungry, basically.
My health, yeah.
And that's sort of how most families sort of live. So banking on the fact that most people don't want to eat chicken and broccoli all the time, and like sort of healthy foods, how do you factor in like meals and having some type of healthy diet with a family and kids?
I struggle because my little girl won't eat any fruit or vegetables. She's so fussy with her food. My husband doesn't like vegetables or salad. So I struggle. So I basically have to buy a load of frozen veg, and then every meal I have veg instead of pasta or rice or whatever they're having.
Yeah.
And I have to cook them different stuff. Like my little girl lives off chips and beans, which I don't really like, but it's all she'll eat.
Yeah.
My little boy's pretty good, and then usually I pretty much end up making 4 different meals, which is a bit of a pain, but I'm not gonna sacrifice what I'm eating just to eat shit like they're eating.
So like sometimes there can be like not a divide, but there can be like sometimes there can be issues. Like say for example, you go in somewhere and you want to eat a certain way, and everyone else wants to eat a different way, but then obviously the spotlight's directly on you because you're like the kind of black sheep because you want to do something, even though what you're eating has no effect on anyone else, has no effect because it doesn't have effect on their body, but what it does is it obviously, like if I was going out for a meal with a group of people and I was eating a burger and chips and loads of shit, and then someone across me was eating a chicken salad, it would automatically make me think and feel like I shouldn't really be eating that.
Yeah.
So do you find like not just at home? I mean, like when you go out with your friends and stuff.
Yeah. It's the other way around for me. Like, I always try and purposely pick like the healthy thing. Then everyone's like, "Why are you eating healthy crap when we're out for a meal?" Do you know what I mean? It's like, but I've started to come around to the thought that I'm going to do what I want to do and, eat what I want to eat.
Yeah.
And what everybody else is eating. If they want to eat if they want to eat burger and chips, then they can have it. But if I'm going to sit there and eat a chicken salad or whatever, then that's what I'm going to have.
But why?
I'm choosing to eat, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's funny why there's always an issue when you're eating something healthy.
I know, yeah. That does annoy me a lot, especially when we, go for like, I don't know, you have McDonald's, people have McDonald's. We take the kids to McDonald's, get that hand up. But I always have the chicken salad from McDonald's. And it's like, the kid's like, "Mum, why are you having a salad?"
Yeah.
Or every time, like, "Mum, why are you eating salad?" My little boy takes the mick out of me all the time.
Yeah.
"Why salad, Mum?" It's because I like it.
Yeah.
And I do generally like eating healthy food, but the kids don't seem to get it.
Yeah.
Bit
Well, put it this way: I've never felt shit from eating a healthy meal.
No, exactly.
I only feel shit when I eat shit.
Yeah, exactly. I do. Yeah.
And no matter, so you have short-term cravings, and then you have whatever you want to have, and you always feel worse for it after it. Always. Yeah. So how do you want your kids to view you?
Want to view me as a healthy, active mum that can do stuff with them, and I want them to be proud of me for going to the gym and losing the weight and staying healthy. Yeah. And they do. They are proud of me. They always say, about me going to the gym, and my little boy does karate, so he stays quite fit as well. So,
yeah. So do you actively push and encourage your kids to be active?
I think they're naturally active, to be honest. I've never had to push them to, like, my little girl loves going outside and running around and stuff. I don't have to push them.
But you are a product of your environment, aren't you?
Well, yeah, exactly. As soon as they see me being active, they're naturally going to do it, aren't they?
Because obviously, like when I went back in the day when I was in school, like to see a really overweight kid in my school was like quite rare. Like it was very. Yeah, it was very rare, and unfortunately, if you were like really really overweight, high school was like a bad time for you. But now, when you go to like pick up my kids, and obviously when you pick up your kids, the obesity rate of kids is obviously going through the roof, and now it's like the fitter, healthier kids are now the minority.
Yeah.
And obviously it's like...
If people take the easy options, let them just play on the computer for a bit, do you know what I mean? And
yeah.
then that goes on, and it's like, you don't encourage them to go outside, even if it's just for half an hour, do you know what I mean? Having a run around the garden or something. People just seem to take the easy option.
Well, you know how much a half an hour class could influence your mood and the way you feel, and like your results, just half an hour. Yeah. So imagine what it can do for kids. But obviously it's too easy to keep them quiet by putting them in front of an iPad or eating shit.
So, mix and tide when you're around the garden as well. That's easy doing it.
Yeah, they go to sleep. So, if someone said to you that you couldn't exercise again...
Oh my God.
So that was it. From today onwards, you could not exercise again. What effect do you reckon it'd have on your like mindset?
I think in a couple of days I'd go crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I absolutely hate. I even hate missing one session. My husband takes the mick out of me because I'm like, I look forward to going to my sessions, and if I can't go to one, I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
But he's very active. He's active as well, isn't he?
Yeah. Both have set sessions that we go to.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would drive me absolutely crazy. I would hate it. I don't know what I'd do if I couldn't exercise.
Because it's funny that that's the same like philosophy in the fact that some people can't miss a TV program.
Exactly, yeah.
And in the same way that it's the same way that someone dedicates time to go and watch a TV program or a series or whatever.
Yeah.
And nobody bats a fucking eyelid if someone sits and watches a Game of Thrones marathon.
Yeah.
But if you go and run a marathon, you're like a weird freak, obsessed.
Yeah.
And
I know, yeah.
It's
but yeah, it would drive me absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So as a mum, we're just gonna finish this off with two more questions. So, what do you think are your top tips, or what do you think are the most effective things that have helped you get into a great shape and obviously come over like weight gain? What do you think are the biggest things that have helped you?
I think one of the biggest things is looking back at photos when I had to put all the weight on, because I just think I looked absolutely horrendous.
So photos?
Yeah. I've shown you a couple of them, haven't I? I just, oh my God, it just... Because at the time people are like, oh yeah, you look really good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You look back, you're like, oh my God, I look absolutely shocking. And I never, ever, ever, ever want to get back to that.
Yeah.
But it took a lot of work for me to get to where I am now.
Yeah.
But it helps that I enjoy it as well. I enjoy exercising, and
yeah. The problem is when people start something that they don't enjoy.
Exactly,
so whether it be a diet, whether it be a gym program, if you don't like it, then you're only going to stick to it short term.
I don't restrict myself either. Like, I eat healthily.
Yeah.
And I eat a lot of crap, but if I want a little bit of chocolate, I'll have it, because if I deny myself, I'll end up having a big binge.
Yeah.
Fancy a little bit of chocolate or a couple of sweets, I'll have like a square of chocolate or a couple of sweets. I won't deny myself, because I know if I do, I'll just have a big binge on it. So that's how I go about my eating and stuff. But
that's it in a nutshell. And the fact that if you're told you can't do something, it's like if you're in a restaurant and the waiter comes out and says, "Don't touch the plate, it's hot." As soon as they turn their back, you touch the plate to see how hot it is. So if you're told like you can't have this, you can't have that, then all you think about is, I want it.
It's taken me a long time to realise that way of thinking. Though.
Yeah, but
I've always been like, in the past, I've always been one of those that's cut out everything for weeks and weeks and weeks, and I've lost the weight, but then I've gone on a binge for the weekend and eat everything in sight.
Yeah, because
I don't think there's anything. There's no good for your body doing it like that.
I'd
rather do it progressively.
Yeah.
if I want something sweet, I'll have something sweet. I'm not going to deny myself. I've got a sweet tooth anyway, so
yeah. It's like I've said to a few people that like absolutely love chocolate. Now, there's no point me saying to someone that comes to me, you can now not have chocolate, because it's just not the way forward. No. So, like, you've just got to look at like better options. So when you say like one square, like for example, if you had like a Freddo, we all know what a Freddo like. Yeah. They must be like 100 calories, I think.
All those little Kinder bars, they're pretty good as well.
Yeah, so like a Freddo. So if you add one of them every single night, which is 100 calories, which isn't going to be the difference between you being overweight and not overweight. If you had that every night, that'd be 500 calories across a weekday. Then you probably wouldn't feel like you needed.
You haven't got that sugar craving then, no.
The yard bar galaxy on a Saturday. So it is important. So you've got pictures, you've got not sort of eliminating stuff that you like.
Yeah.
Is there any other things that you think that have made you obviously successful?
I think people recognising as well that I have lost the weight, and telling me that I do look better, and getting into smaller jeans. That's always a nice thing.
Smaller jeans.
We all like to get into a smaller jean size.
But all you have to do is go shopping somewhere, different shops. People fit in different sizes, don't they?
Yeah.
I'll only shop in a certain place because I'm a size 12 there.
Yeah, that's always nice. But I don't know. I'm not very good at taking compliments. I've never been very good at that. I'm just like, yeah, thanks, but I'm not. Do you know what I mean? I'm not very. I'm quite reserved and that sort of thing.
It's funny. Yeah, funny you say that. It's because we will take criticism on board, and we will listen to criticism and take it to heart, but we don't listen to compliments. We sort of brush it off.
I'm terrible. I'm really bad with compliments. I don't know how to take them.
So did you track food? Did you use like an app? Did you use like MyFitnessPal?
I did MyFitnessPal. I was very, very reliant on that.
Yeah.
I was first starting to lose my weight and stuff, because I didn't realise how much is in certain foods.
Yeah.
I think with it breaking it down as well to tell you like all the proteins and stuff.
Yeah.
I think that really helped. I've started tracking again recently, actually this week, just obviously leading up to the challenge and stuff.
Yeah.
But that definitely helped me, because it can tell you obviously based on what you want to lose, and tells you how many calories and stuff you can have, which that definitely helps.
Cool. So what are your goals for so you've produced a result? Yeah. Great result. So what are your plans and goals for the future? So let's talk about like 12 months. What are your plans to obviously not be one of those weight rebound statistics where people produce an amazing result and then they go off the boil and completely reverse it, then they have to do it all again, then again and again?
Yeah. I think I'm at that mindset now where
You're a beast.
I'm a beast. I'm not a beast.
Beast.
I don't know. I love exercising, and I know I'm never ever going to go back to where I was. And I'm starting to feel. I've never felt happy in my body, but I'm starting. Oh, I can't see you. I'm sorry.
Ah, that weren't even a nice cat.
Oh, he's a nice cat. Don't be nasty. Yeah, I'm starting to feel more happy and more confident in my body and in myself. Which I've not really felt before.
Yeah.
And I've got to say it since joining Live Life Light. The classes just suit me down to the ground. Nothing happened like that before.
Yeah. And
the fact that they're 45 minutes and I look like I've been swimming after I've done them, it's just it's just amazing.
But obviously you had massive help before you even came to us.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I don't want to take the full credit.
No, I did. Obviously, yeah. I've only been, at your gym for like 8 or 9 weeks now, but I've still lost over half a stone.
Yeah.
And I've lost inches, and I am so much stronger than what I was.
Yeah.
Obviously, I have done another gym before, but I still got a bit stuck in a rut there.
Yeah.
I mean, sort of ended doing the same stuff every week, and I was only like training once or twice a week.
Yeah.
Well, now I can train at least 5 times a week.
Yeah.
It fits in so much better with my life.
Cool.
But yeah, I just...
So goals, Cara.
Future. Well, I think I've told you before, I've got the dreaded little mum tum going on, which I just can't shift. So that's my goal. I want some abs, and I want a nice toned belly, and that's my goal, really. I just want, I've lost the weight. I don't really want to lose any more.
You're doing the Manchester half marathon.
I'm doing a half marathon.
Yeah.
I want to tone, and I just want to carry on enjoying what I'm doing and carry on being healthy, and yeah.
Okay, so
it's more heavyweight.
Yeah, so we're going to close it off with one last thing, and that's if you had to tell another mother who doesn't exercise, doesn't go to the gym, doesn't really eat healthily, to what advice? So if I was a mum who didn't do any of that sort of stuff, what would you sort of say to me? What would you say to me the benefits are to my life to actually get started?
I would say that.
How would it improve me?
How would I improve you?
No, how would it improve me as a mum?
It would give you a bit of your own time. Obviously, you need that with having children.
Yeah.
I think you'd feel more healthy, especially if you change your diet.
Yeah.
You feel happier in your body if you start to, even if you lose a couple of pounds to start off with, that's your start.
Yeah.
That first couple of pounds on the scales, as soon as you see those scales coming down, that's when you start to, see there is a chance of, you changing and feeling better in yourself.
Do you reckon that you could tell them that they'd be able to cope with things better?
Definitely. I think, even if you go out for a walk for half an hour on your own, you can just give you that time to sort of clear your head and, sort of be ready to take on the crying baby or the whinging toddlers. I think when you're with the children 24/7, it's really hard work.
As nice as it sounds to be.
As much as you love your kids, it's really hard work.
But I can understand how people can become like down, stressed, depressed. Yeah. Even though people don't talk about it, because looking after kids is absolutely disgustingly hard. In the same way that transforming your body, I know people like to talk about it as being easy, but it's still absolutely disgustingly hard.
You definitely got to put the work into it, definitely. And you've got to be in the mindset that you want to do. There's no point trying to do it if you're not, 100% sure that you want to do it or you're ready to do it. You've got to be ready to do it. You
got to be ready.
Ready.
Not just pay. You've actually got to turn up.
You've got to turn up.
Okay, cool. Well, hopefully the people that are watching have got some hints and tips and realisation of that it can be done as a parent. It can be done, and hopefully maybe we might have another interview in another 6-8 months time, and we'll see about your progress.
See how we get on.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
It's now 9 o'clock on a weekday and needs to go to bed.
I've got some ironing to do now.
Exercise. Okay, thank you for your time, Cara.
Thanks.
See you tomorrow.